Hey, Symposium listeners, have you ever listened to our A Song of Ice and Fire coverage and wanted to chime in live with your thoughts? Or wanted us to cover a property of your choice?
Introducing the Symposium Review Contest. The contest is open now and closes on August 31st, 2026.
Here's how you can enter. Leave us a 5-star review on any podcatcher and send us a screenshot to earn an entry. You can leave reviews on as many platforms as you want, and each screenshot counts as an entry.
If you want an extra incentive, every review you submit on or before April 30th, 2026 will be counted as 2 entries.
If you win, you get to pick one of the following 3 options.
Option 1, join us for an A Song of Ice and Fire wrap-up episode after we have read A Dance with Dragons.
Option 2, get us to watch or read or otherwise consume a piece of media to cover on the podcast.
Option 3 is the same as option 2, but you get to also be on the podcast episode with us.
We will have a minimum of 2 winners. One winner will be the person who earned the most entries, and a second winner will be chosen through random draw. If interest is high, a third winner may also be chosen.
So folks, get those reviews in on or before August 31st, 2026. We look forward to chatting with you in fall of 2026.
And now on to the episode. Welcome to A Song of Ice and Fire Symposium. My name is Nav, and my pronouns are they, them.
And my name's Harmit, and my pronouns are Hershey, like the chocolate.
And this is A Dance with Dragons, chapters 24 and 25, The Lost Lord and the Windblown. In these chapters,
we get the DL on the sellswords.
Welcome to the podcast, everyone. So, Harmith, what did you think of these? Wait, no.
Who died in these chapters?
Whomst
most faithfulest, diest, so gracefulliest in these chapters.
So cringy. Can we? Sorry,
no, it's okay.
People. Sorry, you signed up for this. You clicked on the episode.
LOL. Okay. Whomst did these chapters belongest to?
Griff and Frog.
Yes. Okay. Who died? Griff wants to kill Tyrion and half Maester. I don't know if that counts. I don't think anyone died.
I think he's constantly reflecting on his friend who was the leader of the Golden Company, Miles Toyne, the Blackheart.
Yes.
Blackheart. He's
also thinking about Rhaegar, but we done knew that.
Right.
And then I don't think anyone died in his chapter, but then in what's his name? Quentin's chapter, I think it was they brought that guy back from the dead, but we all knew who wasn't really alive. Like the guy who they just kind of sat down, like the Butcher King. They had him sitting. He was dead.
Okay, the Astapori. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're
good.
A
lot of people from Astapor died.
Yeah, yes. Lots of death, lots of bloodshed, but I don't think any
basically anybody
characters.
who held any power in Astapor is dead now, so.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely.
That's the adjective.
And now tell me what you thought of these chapters.
Okay, I had a good time. It was like, we've only seen Quentin once before. We've never seen Griff. I will say I enjoyed Griff's chapter, I think, more than Quentin's chapter. Because Quentin, like, I don't know, like, he's fine. I kind of get your thoughts now of how you were like, sure.
He's
like
not the
Quentin.
most personality-having individual, as I put it. I think.
Yeah, he's not the most personality-having, and just like, he's like, oh yeah, I feel bad betraying my brothers. And then they're like, hey, actually, we're gonna go hurt the Astapori more, and like, our prize is like enslaved people. Like, it's just not quite the vibe.
Yeah.
Like, he's chill. I don't mind him. But I liked Griff. Like, I had a actively good time with Griff.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good though. It was good though.
I want to say we're going to shit on Quentin and it's going to happen, but I just do want to
Lovely.
acknowledge that Quentin is who most of us would be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's part of why it's not fun to read him, because he has the thoughts
Mhm.
we would have, and instead we want somebody to be like,
Yeah. We
let's
want
fuck him
heroes
up,
and
or
villains.
like, exactly.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
Did
we
I
don't
just
want
whistle?
like just some average Joe. I don't want to read about average Joe. I want to read about a knight or an evil villain. Totally. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he's fine. Like, he's just not a character, you know?
Yeah, he's very basic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so that's what you thought. Now you'll summarize what you thought. No,
Oh, God.
what happened?
This is not going to be good. I read these so long ago. Let's see what I remember.
Okay, well, 3, 2, 1, Griff.
Okay, Griff's mad. Tyrion got away. He doesn't trust Halfmaester. They're going. He's getting impatient. 17 years, all the things. He also used to be in the Golden Company. They're at the Golden Company tent. They're trying to convince them to. They're like, don't go join young Kai. Join us. Help young Griff. Young Griff's like, I'm gonna take Tyrion's advice. He doesn't say that though, but he does. He's gonna go to Westeros and like establish his claim there and all the things. And by the end, they're like, "Yeah, bro, we gotcha." Except the main guy's
Switch.
like, "My feet hurt." Quentin. Okay, so he's with I forget the
Windblown.
but yes, the Windblown.
The name of the chapter.
Shush. He's with the Windblown. At the end of the chapter, they get told, like, hey, you're gonna get yourself captured by Dany as you're going along, killing the leftover. Oh no, I touched my mic. Killing the leftover Astapori, the people who have nowhere to go, who are trying to leave now, because they got him good, and Quentin's like, man, that was not fun, but oh well. His buddy's getting attached, but they're gonna have to, like, they were already thinking of
I think
turn cloaking,
that's
but now the guy told them to turn cloak.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got distracted. Okay, I think that was good. I don't know. Let's move on to talking about the chapters. Okay, so The Lost Lord. I told you to read this to us last time, and you read it to yourself very nicely in peace and quiet, which was very entertaining for everybody listening. Just so entertaining.
Oh my god.
Just
hey,
a
it was
dead
good.
silence.
hey, it's about the little moments. You know what I mean? It's about the moments of peace.
I was trying to create such a little moment, and you just...
No, come on. Think about it. Sometimes it's like, you have a podcast on, you're on your phone. Like, where are the moments of silence? You know what I mean? Bring back silence. That's what I was trying to do.
Okay. That is quite the take. So, yeah, Griff is impatient on his boat. And at first I was like, wait, is he just waiting for Tyrion and Halden to get back from where they went?
I thought
but no,
that
this
too,
is like,
yeah.
They've gotten to another town close to Volantis now. And Halden has gone off to yet again on another chore.
Yeah.
But yeah, all like repeatedly this episode, Griff is like, I don't know about Halden. How did he let this happen? And you know how last time I was like, I don't know about Halden. Why is he letting this happen? And I honestly didn't remember Griff being this suspicious of him. I just was like, why? This is just like, can somebody just be this like cool in this world? Like they're just going along with the flow and don't have any ulterior motives? That doesn't sound right. Yeah. So the Golden Company is like near this town, and they have been trying to get to Volantis, but they've been blocked by the Volantine forces because obviously it's like, oh hey, huge army coming to our city. What's your intentions? Like, let us know. And so that's what the situation is. And Halden's gone to fetch them some horses so that they can go meet the Golden Company. That's great. He's waiting. He's complaining to Lady Lamore, as he calls her. So, I don't know, more fodder for theories about her. Why is she a lady? Why isn't she Septa? Why doesn't he just say Lamore? Like, all of those things.
Right.
Somebody posited a theory, and I'm trying to remember if it's spoilery or not. Okay, I think the theory I can tell you there's nothing else that it doesn't have is that she was wait, I'm not remembering all of it. But maybe she was young Griff's wet nurse. Which is fine. Like, she can be a lady and a wet nurse, but like I do think like the fact that he calls her a lady means that she is somebody of note, like instead of just like a random person. And that's all I have to say. Maybe she's Willa. You know?
Oh my
Jon
god.
Snow's supposed
oh
mother.
my god. Shout out. Oh my god. Maybe she's...
Have we tried spelling her name backwards? Have we gotten anywhere with that, people? Aramel. Oh my god. You know what my first thought was when you were like, she's a lady? I was like, oh my god, it's a Shara Dane, and it's all gonna come back around. Talked about that. Oh, I told you that theory.
Oh my god, no! I totally forgot that you told me that. I thought I came up with that.
No. I didn't come up with that. That's the internet. Somebody on the internet came up with that 15 years ago, at least.
Wow. Oh my god, yeah. I was looking, like, I had the book turned over, and I was, like, looking at the bottom of it, and it was, like, because you won't let me actually read the back, but the bottom was, like, it was, like, 2011 publishing, like, you know, the little thing they have at the bottom, and I was like, oh god, I can't look at this.
Yeah. So, moving on. Okay, whatever. There's 10,000 people in the Golden Company, and he's worried that some of them may want Tyrion, like, you know, who knows what they would do for this. And, yeah, and also, not Tyrion.
Aegon.
Oh, he's thinking, like, if Cersei would pay so much, Cersei would pay a lordship for Tyrion, what would she pay for the rightful heir to the Iron Throne? That's what he's thinking. Yeah. I totally mixed up that sentence in my head. And it's also been a dozen years since he left the Golden Company. Now let's just talk about it out front. So he got exiled, right? He lost the Battle of the Bells. He thinks about that a lot. I mean, sure, dude, but like, also, like, get over it. I don't know.
Oh my god.
So he got exiled by Aerys, and he joined the Golden Company, which makes sense because they're like all the people that are against the Targaryens, but now they're supporting the Targaryens. So maybe, I don't know. Opportunity speaks. I don't know. Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't.
Hey, it's okay. What is making sense? Who knows?
Yeah, he joined the Golden Company. He worked his way up the ranks, and he was like the right-hand man to the guy who was in charge, Blackheart, who was like, he always looked stern and acted stern, but really he was just a big old softy, and that's who he was, and he was great, and he misses him, and all of that, which is nice. But he then, Varys approached him with assuming Prince Aegon, and it was like, hey, I got a secret little mission for you to go live your life on a boat and do this stuff. And he had to give up his position in the Golden Company, but not just only give it up, it had to be so that everybody believed him dead, so that he was believed to have been Varys set up a ruse that he was found stealing from the company, so they kicked him out, and then of that grief he drank a lot, so died drinking, basically. That's the story they cooked up. And so just the number, how do these numbers line up? Let's see. So 17 years since the Battle of the Bells, he says. 12 years since he rode with the Golden Company.
Yeah. So he was with them for 5 years.
So, like,
that makes
where
sense.
was Aegon for, like, 3 years of his life? Because he's at least 15.
Yeah. I thought he just chilled with, like Illyrio and... Yeah, interesting.
Maybe that's or maybe the kid whose clothes Tyrion has to wear. But, like, a 3-year-old and Tyrion? That doesn't seem right.
Yeah. Maybe, like, maybe it was, because did Griff find, I guess we don't know yet, right? Like, because maybe, like, they were slowly gathering people for Aegon to be with, like, maybe for the first couple of years, he was with Lady Lamore, and then slowly they, like, I know Griff hired Duck, right? But like
yes,
maybe
but that was
one
on
of those
recent development.
Yeah,
fairly.
but but I just mean like maybe Griff wasn't the first person of the team to like I just like maybe Lady Lamore's been here, like maybe she was his wet nurse at least for a little bit, like
could be.
Yeah.
Also, kind of on that similar note, so they eventually like I might be skipping some things, but they get to the Golden Company, and then they like do their dealings, and then Griff says to Halden, "Okay, so we're gonna hang out here, say goodbye to Ysilla and Yandri for us. Their part's done." And I'm like, even if they have at least been living and traveling together for several months, if not years. And that's your goodbye to them? Just like like via
shoo, get away. Yeah.
Just that
We're
was
good.
so
You can
weird.
Leave. Yeah, it was weird. Or is it like this weird, like now he has this distrust of the Half-Maester, like if he's like, I don't know, or if he's just like this,
but like
he'd
just
be cold.
go say bye to them. It's like 3 miles away.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're not leaving today. Go say goodbye tomorrow. Like it just struck me as weird. I guess I just have lingering
I think just during this I don't know if this is a during this chapter thing or if he's always been like this, but I just feel like he's so impatient to just kind of get on with it. Like he is like
quite impatient.
It's been so long, let's just
he
do
just
this.
Sees every person as a means to an end.
Yeah. Yeah, like he's like, we've waited long enough. I don't care if I'm being reckless. I know I'm being reckless a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm like, why is their part over? Like how if like the Half-Maester is the one you don't trust, why isn't his part over instead of their part? Like, I know he has to teach them, but like still. I don't know. Yeah. So many questions.
Yeah. So as is his his first reminiscence, he's reminiscing about the Battle of the Bells. 17 years had come and gone since the Battle of the Bells, yet the sound of bells ringing still tied a knot in his guts. Others might claim that the realm was lost when Prince Rhaegar fell to Robert's warhammer on the Trident, but the Battle of the Trident would never have been fought if the Griffin had only slain the stag there in Stony Sept. The bells tolled for all of us that day. For Aerys and his queen, for Elia of Dorne and her little daughter, for every true man and honest woman in the Seven Kingdoms, and for my Silver Prince.
Ooh.
Mopey much?
Okay, you're so mean. He won me over. I was like, man, you're so sad. Rhaegar died and you got exiled and like, oh my god, doesn't it suck? I was on his side.
Yeah. Sorry, there's a reason I read that and I was hoping you would say something, but you never do, and then
wait. Okay, wait, pause. For Aerys and Prince are like kind of gay coded.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, but you famously have not picked up on gay characters before.
Totally understood. Yeah, but like, yeah. Also with like, not to like stereotype, but like Rhaegar being like a musician and like it works. Well, it totally works.
We don't.
No,
get
it doesn't
any
have to be.
indication
I'm
that
saying
it
like
but yeah.
No, but it just like I'm saying it's like fuel for the fantasy. You know, it's like maybe he was writing songs about him. Maybe he helped. Like I just feel like there's so much lore there. Like, you know, it's the same thing as like when we discovered that like. Well, different because this was weird, but like we learned about like the Cersei Jaime twincest, and then you wonder about like all the days at court, what they were up to, and then like Jaime filled in some of those blanks for us. He's like, yeah, like one time we fucked and Robert was literally sleeping in his bed, like blah blah blah. But it's like same thing where it's just like it's like lore unlocked, you know?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, no, this was especially because like last time Tyrion, when he's talking to young Griff, he's like, why would he be loyal? Why would he be loyal to the grandson of the guy who got him exiled?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And now it's like, oh, this makes so much sense. Of course, you loved his dad. Like, sure, you could also just have been loyal, but like, I just feel like there's that extra layer.
Yeah.
You know?
He gay. So let's move on.
Yeah.
I'm glad you voiced that this time.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah. So they're talking about, was it Varys or Illyrio, and how their plans are just stupid and never come to fruition.
He's so mad at them. He hates them. And even with the whole thing of like his cover story where why he had to leave the Golden Company, he's so mad. He's like, I'll get him for that slight one day. Like,
Yeah.
he's so
Oh,
funny.
he's like, okay, so Illyrio, he's like, Illyrio thinks Daenerys is gonna be coming here, and that's all false news, fake news. Like, he doesn't know nothing. He didn't know that the Beggar King would die, or that Khal Drogo would also die. And that makes me think, what was their plan with, like, all of that, too? Like, okay, sure, they've got this secret kid, like, raising up, doing things. Did they want Viserys to die because they knew he was a piece of shit, or, like...
yeah, what were they gonna do?
Yeah, because Viserys
they were
technically... Well, no, not technically, because I guess Rhaegar's son still has a stronger claim, because it goes, like, firstborn to blah, blah, blah. But... that, like, Viserys, everybody knows he's a Targaryen. Like, he's the known Targaryen, whereas you have to, like, introduce this, like, kid out of nowhere and claim he never died. Like, you know, there would be definitely tensions there.
I guess they were still working on it, and I think also with, like, with people like Viserys and Illyrio and stuff, like, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket.
Right, I was thinking multiple eggs, multiple baskets. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you just kind of keep it going, and then if it's a conflict later, you deal with it. Like,
yeah,
maybe they'd kill Viserys later, or frame, like, or maybe they use Viserys to get the throne, but then install him instead and kill Viserys. Like, kill Viserys. Like, I just feel like there's a lot of schemy pathways this could have gone.
Yeah. Anywho, so they're still on the boat.
But it was shocking to me that the Viserys plan, like, was not a complete farce. Like, it just was so, like, because, you know, like, while the Viserys stuff was happening, and, like, even when we were in Dany's head, and we were like, oh, yeah, Illyrio's lying to him, I guess I just never thought that any part of it was true. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was some sort of loyalty there.
Right.
Yeah, but it's just funny to look back and be like, ha, you did.
Yes. And so they're not waiting. Halden has given news, but so it's time to go now, and he tells Lenore to go get Aegon ready, and he's reflecting on how, like, her task had been to instruct him in the doctrines of the faith and all of that, blah blah blah. And Griff's task is to get him on the Iron Throne. He had failed Prince Rhaegar once. He would not fail his son, not whilst life remained in his body.
Oh my god, iconic.
Yeah. And we learned some, like, happenings in the region. You know, the Dothraki are still a looming threat nearby. And he doesn't trust Halden. They did get not the innkeeper, the brothel keeper, to, like, say what happened. And he insists that Tyrion was carried off at Sword Point. So, does that mean Tyrion's alive?
Yes.
Right.
Tyrion
And we
is
know
alive.
that's exactly what happened. But Griff is like, I don't know. Tyrion is a tricky little fella, and he can be fooling us all. So, I don't trust this.
Yeah.
And, so they get on their horses, and young Griff is, like, all dressed up. Well, a lot more dressed up. Like, he isn't, like, he still has his hair dyed and stuff. They are still hiding him in that regard, but he's wearing the right colors and, like, fancy dress, and they give him the good horse and all of that. And, so young Griff, like, expresses, like, I don't know if I trust these people. And Griff is like, you know what? I kind of agree. Like, they're not the company that they were when my friend commanded it. So it could be anything. They could be whoever. But it doesn't mean that you can't trust anyone. This is, like, countering Tyrion's advice, which is, like, be wary, but don't be so wary that, you know, mistrust can poison you, make you sour and fearful. And he's thinking about
Yeah.
how that happened to Ares. And even Rhaegar saw that. So have we talked about... I have no idea.
Yeah, the one where Rhaegar was gonna dethrone after he got back.
So, exactly.
Who did he say that to? Oh, yeah, he
Jaime.
said that to Jaime.
Yeah, exactly. So this is more of that, like...
Yeah, he knew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I did like what he says here. Let men earn your trust with leal service, but when they do, be generous and open-hearted. So, like...
It was good.
Tyrion's thing was like... You know, the
never
coming
trust
from
anybody,
Tyrion's
I'm having a
experience
terrible
of having
time.
lived the unfortunate life that he has. So,
yeah, totally.
Not, yeah. And okay, so they get to the camp. It's very well organized, which is really good to see. Especially when, like, later in the Windblown chapter, we see the young Kai just like scrambling around trying to get their shit together before battle.
Dude,
so, like, you know that if the Golden Company is against them or, like, a similar type of force, they would prevail. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they've got elephants, which is really cool.
Yeah, and he's like, no war horse could survive this.
Yeah. And, yeah, he's reflecting on Harry Strickland, homeless Harry Strickland, who is the current person in charge. He's less of a fighter and more of like a bureaucrat, so Griff has a low opinion of him. I don't know if the guy is as bad as he says. Like, I think Griff just dislikes him so much that, like, he's like, look at him sitting over there. How dare he soak his feet? Like,
yeah, totally. We don't, and especially because, like, but even Griff does say, he's like, wait, Harry hasn't been running this thing as badly as I thought, but then he immediately goes back to hating on him. So it's like, from what we've seen, like, pretty rational dude, you know?
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah, he's like, he does not seem like the bold type.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's like just straight up coward and like useless the way Griff seems to think of him.
Exactly. I don't think so. Like, I think it makes sense to use a bit of caution in this situation. Like, even when we go over to the other sellsword company, even they're like, we don't know exactly how this is going to end, so we're playing the cards that we have the best we can. And, like, sure, Griff has this gigantic allegiance to young Griff, but, like, doesn't mean everyone's just going to hop on board with, like, a 2-second explanation. You know what I mean? Like, I get kind of his, like, hesitation and being like, prove it to me, you know?
Yeah. So, yeah, he's looking around. There's, like, some camaraderie moments with people he knows. There's this guy, Franklin Flowers, and he's like, oh, they haven't made you a captain, have you? I thought they still had standards. And he's like, and Franklin is like, oh, yeah, it's worse than that, actually. They knighted me.
Mm-hmm. And, oh my god, it's worse than that.
Yeah. And he also recognizes Halden. So Halden also clearly has a connection to the Golden Company, but we don't really know what it is. Mm-hmm. Maybe he was just a maester for the Golden Company before Varys also enlisted him. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so they're having a war council because the Volantines are stressed about them being there. And yeah, so they walk in and... Oh, before they walk in, rather, outside the tent, as they're about to be introduced in, there's a ring of pikes topped with gilded skulls. And this is apparently a tradition that... Who's their founder? They said it. I forget his nickname, but Aegor Rivers, the guy who initially got them together. Mm-hmm, yeah, he was like, I'm dying here, but take my skull gilded and hold it in front of you when you fight as like a... I don't know why.
It's just like a take me with you, look at me. It's my power.
Exactly. And every leader since then has done the same. So he's like looking at his friend's skull. And there's also the skull of the guy who's called Meles the Monstrous, who seems to have a like situation of where like I don't know what the medical term is, where you've got twins and then like one of the twins partially absorbs the other twin.
Oh yeah.
That's why
I
he's
don't
got a
remember
big head and a little head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bitter Steel, right?
Oh
Bitter
yeah,
Steel.
Bitter Steel
Agor
was
River's
the
actual name is Bitter Steel. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, there's so many names.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. And so they come in and they're like, greetings and all the, hey, nice to see ya, but like not all of them are as thrilled to see him as they seem to be. He can tell.
Yeah.
And he's noting like it's all these people, they've got there's a bunch of flowers and rivers and hills, like the bastard last names. But then there's also people who have like, there's peaks and muds and lost stones and coals and all of that.
Yeah.
Which is just like names that were like are of historic significance, and people just like choose a name and take it on. And I kind of like that, actually.
I like that they can do this. And I think it's so fun that, it's Mud, MUDD, historical significance. Sorry. First time I read this, I was like, oh, someone chose mud. Funny. But I forgot that it was part of
It's a different kind of mud.
Yeah.
Yeah. And each of the commanders wears like golden arm rings, and they get a ring for each year of service, so that's cool.
Yeah. Gotta be bejeweled.
There's a black guy, like as in like somebody we might equate to of African descent, like kind of. And his name is Black Balak. Like, George, seriously?
Yeah.
You didn't even try. Like, how hard is it? Reuse one of your million names. You do that all the time. But can you not name the guy Black? Like,
yeah.
Anyway, well, that's there's a couple, I don't know if the way I was reading these chapters and the mood I was in or what. You know how I have like my color of highlight that signifies problematic shit?
Yeah.
I want to talk about the stuff this time instead of just like acknowledge it in my reading and move on.
Okay.
Anywho, we'll get back to that. So, yeah, the Stricklands have been a part of the Golden Company since their founding and blah, blah, blah. But this guy, he's not that cool, but he's in charge now. So what can you do? These are all of Griff's thoughts, by the way. I am not saying that. Maybe I am. No, I'm not. What am I doing? Oh, yes. This is, they get in and they're like, oh, this must be your son. And Griff is like, oh, did my friend tell him what the deal was? Like, how much does he know?
My God.
And then Griff does as much as I would love for him to be my son, he's not. He's actually Aegon, king of blah, 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 blah. Like, just the whole thing. And everybody just like, there's just silence, because it's not the kind of silence of like shocked silence. It's the kind of silence like, yeah, dude, we know silence, which is so awkward.
Right. Oh my God. Yeah, he really thought he was giving this big declaration, but no.
And then he's like, you told them? And Harry Strickland's like, yeah, I had to. They wanted to know what the hell we were doing here. Like, that's fair enough. So everybody already knows who this is. And so it takes the wind out of his sails for a second. And then they start talking about like they're here and like how the Yunkish have tried to buy them several times. Is that?
Yeah.
They're offering them twice what Mir was paying them. That's the contract that the Golden Company broke. Plus a slave for every man in the company, 10 for every officer, and 100 choice maidens, all for me. Yikes.
Yeah. Icky.
I would have liked them to say, we wouldn't want that even if we were doing their contract, but no, nobody says that.
Yeah.
So
they're like, oh, what an enticing offer that we're turning down.
Yeah. Harry Strickland's like, I told him I'll think about it because I don't want to offend people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he this is like when he's like soaking his toes and he tells his like squire or whoever to towel his feet and he says, pat, don't scrub. And I was like, that's right. That's how you do skincare. Pat, don't rub.
Oh my God. Funny.
And yeah, and then they're trying to like think about why Daenerys is there and blah blah blah, and it's like the whole like we've heard these arguments millions of times. She's scared. She wants the money. She just wants to stay. She wants to be the queen of there and not here. So they're like, what should we do? Should we like go the demon road way? And they're like, yeah, if we do, we're gonna lose at least half of our people. At least it's not worth it. Should we pretend to accept the offer from the Yunkish and then get there and then be like, here's all your gold back. We actually want to fight for Daenerys. Like, that's, which they're not super cool about. Like, they've already broken that one agreement, which is like, yeah, which is unprecedented for them to begin with. It would be too much. Yeah. So they're discussing all the options they have, of which there are very few. And this is when Aegon speaks up and is like, let's forget about all that. Let's instead go west. Let's, get me my claim and then she can come find me. And Griff is like impressed by this, but he's like, he's a little impressed, but he's also like, I don't know if you know what you're saying. And Griff, young Griff Aegon holds his ground. And this is obviously Tyrion's plan. So Tyrion made quite the impression, as he is one to do. So that makes sense.
One Sywatch game and cooked.
Yeah. And then Strickland's like, but Illyrio, he's got this plan for us. And then Griffin goes into like, his plans change every time the moon turns. Like, first, Viserys is going to join you with 50,000 Dothraki screamers. Then he was dead. And then it was going to be Daenerys who was going to be in Pentos. And then now she's in Slaver's Bay. And he decides you should go to Volantis. Like, are you just going to keep doing that for all this time?
Oh my God.
And he's talking about like Tywin Lannister is dead, like the tide has turned, there's shit happening, this is actually a good chance. And then everybody starts being like, yeah, let's do this, and so there's general consent. And finally even Harry Strickland bows down to Aegon and is like, you're my king, let's do this, kind of thing.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, cute.
And that's the end of that. So they wrap it up. It's decided that his only the people in the tent, like the people in charge, are gonna know who he really is until they get to Westeros, when they'll like officially crown him and it's gonna be a thing. Until then, among the general company, they're keeping his identity hidden. And so they leave the tent. Griff tells Halden to go back and get their stuff from the Shy Maid and just say farewell to Ysilla and Yandere.
That's wild. I guess also though, like, because Harry... Wait, no, Halden? Who the fuck is Harry?
Harry Strickland.
Oh, that's where I got Harry from. Because Halden also has that connection to the Golden Company, so that's another reason to keep him around. And also he's Maester, blah, blah, blah. So I guess I get it.
And like Lamore and Duck are coming.
Yeah, but Duck's got to actively teach him how to fight. Lamore's got to teach him how to god.
But like, didn't he literally say at the beginning of this, her task is done? Like, that was her task and now it's done?
Okay,
but
so
I
maybe
guess,
it's
or
like...
maybe Ysilla and Yandere are just like, we love the Royne, we just want to hang out here. You go have fun in Westeros.
Yeah, because I do wonder, maybe it's like, that's where they're from, and he's like, you did your job.
It wasn't the fact
like,
that they're not taking them with them. It's the fact that he didn't even, like, actually say any kind of goodbye.
Yeah. See, you're focused on the goodbye. I'm focused on the why. Like, who's coming, who's not, you know? But, also when they're, like, having this conversation about, like, oh, like, the Westeros has never been more ready for someone to come in and just sort of take over. One of the guys is like, oh, even after, like, 100 years, some of us have friends in the Reach, so Highgarden isn't necessarily as strong as Tyrell thinks it is. Mm-hmm. To which I'm like, oh my god, who's on their side? Who's on their side in the Reach? Know. Like, obviously we have Dorne, we're killing, we're slaying, but, like, who else? What is happening?
Yeah. But I do remember, I think Tarly, like Sam's dad, mean old man Tarly, did fight for the Targaryens till the end. I am pretty sure.
Wow. Okay, so I guess some of those, like, leftover loyalties. Like the people who housed Dany and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like when she was a baby.
But that was the Derry, Sir Willem Derry. Mm-hmm. They're not in the Reach, they're in the Riverlands.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, other examples of people like that who would help when the opportunity came up.
Yes, I mean, Dorne, obviously. Like,
yeah. But, like, who else? I'm just thinking, who else?
I feel like back in, like, Dany would get the hint that Westeros is ripe for the taking and just get on with it.
Yeah. I feel like back in, like, book 2, book 3, like, anyone who people would be like, they used to fight for the Targaryens, you know, I'd be like, aha! But now I've forgotten all those people. So now I don't know who was on their side anymore.
That's funny. Okay, so he goes to his own tent. We haven't even mentioned this at all.
Oh yeah.
He sits down and is like, "Oh, my days are numbered, but I'm gonna make this happen." And then he, like, takes off his shit, and his hand's turning to stone.
Dude.
So.
That's fucked.
Somebody did get grayscale.
That's fucked.
Also. Isn't it weird that the gay guy is getting, like, the incurable plague disease type thing? Like, I don't know if George is doing anything with that, but it's a little weird.
I didn't even think about that. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he has remember what Halden advised Tyrion? As soon as you've noticed anything, cut it off.
Cut it off. Yeah.
He is not cutting it off, and he doesn't seem to be planning to cut it off.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'll die in, like, a year. That's fine.
Yeah, I still have time. 1 year, 2 years, maybe even 5. Yeah.
My guy. Fucking Connington.
Yeah, once I put once I put Rhaegar's son upon the Iron Throne, then I can die in peace. So,
dude.
Yeah, what do you think is going to happen?
I think he's going to die, man.
Okay, like tomorrow?
End of this book, he's dead.
But also, you're forgetting. This is a contagious disease.
He cannot. No more hugs. No more. I guess, like, okay, if he's fighting people, that's fine, because he was trying to kill them anyway, you know, so he'd be fine with that. But, like, don't touch anyone ever again? Don't. Yeah, but, like, I don't know. I'm worried. Worried about young Griff for sure. Yeah. He seems to be doing absolutely nothing about it, which is pretty scary.
Okay, and what's going to happen, like, overall with this story? Are they actually going to go to get Westeros? Or are they actually going to get to Westeros? Are they actually going to succeed at all in Westeros? Like,
okay, I think they're going to start making their way to Westeros. But then they're going to... I feel like, here's the thing, right? They're going towards Westeros, but then, like, we also have, like, we're going to have Victarion coming over from Westeros. We're going to have, because... Wait, no. Because Arya has already made it, right? Even in this timeline?
Made it?
To Braavos?
Yeah, she's in Braavos.
Okay. And
I think the other person
Kate.
coming towards Danny is the mage, Marvin the mage. But he's coming in like
Yes.
one boat. Like he's it's not gonna be a
Yeah.
fleet, you know?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, and there's just so much, like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't think they're gonna, I don't know. It just, I don't think they're gonna make it sort of like unharmed sort
So
of
they
thing.
they'll make it, but they'll be harmed.
Yes. Like, I think, like, maybe, like, the Golden Company will end up getting down. They'll have to, like, maybe, like, sure, they're leaving. And I know even John says, like, oh, like, the Triarchs will be happy to have us leave. But I feel like, I don't know, like,
When you said John, I just automatically thought John
LOL,
Snow,
our John.
which is why I just call him Griff.
Yeah. Okay,
Imagine if
so
his next chapter is titled John, but it's like John Connington, not John Snow.
Oh, that would be scary. Oh my
no,
God.
and then it's not even John Connington, it's like John freaking Aaron or something. Like,
oh my God, are you kidding me? We go further back in time?
yeah, or an undead John Aaron, obviously.
Oh, right, totally. What was I saying?
They're not gonna get there unharmed, but they will get there.
Like I feel, yeah, but like I feel like it'll totally be like young Kai could like follow them, be like, why are they going this way? What are they up to?
I think young Kai's a little busy trying to get Marine and Daenerys.
Okay, not young Kai, but like maybe a different sellsword company that's been called and is on their way, or like something. Like, I just feel like,
okay, so they make it to Westeros, however haggard they may be.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have any success in Westeros with this mission of theirs?
I think not for the first little bit. Like, I think, you know how they're kind of like treating it as like, oh yeah, people are gonna swarm to me, I just gotta get there and make an announcement. I think it's gonna kind of be the Stannis situation where he has to, like, he sends Davos to go get this people. He kind of gets the Night's Watch. Like, you just kind of slow, like, I feel like it's gonna be a process. And I'm scared that process, I mean, this book, sure, it's long, but it's not that long.
Yeah.
So I don't totally know how this is going to go.
All right. Cool.
I would like more Griff chapters, though.
Will Daenerys hear about this anytime soon?
I think so. I think we're not so... Well, yeah, especially because, like, gossip could totally spread. Like, who's to say that everyone in the Golden Company isn't going to hear, and then more people aren't going to hear? I think Daenerys isn't going to hear about it for a while.
Okay.
But I also think maybe she will, because maybe, like, Illyrio won't be happy with it, and then, like, he'll send knowledge to Dany to try and stop.
They've just said fuck you to both Illyrio and Varys' plan.
Yeah, exactly. So I think well, we don't even know where the fuck Varys is, so I don't know what to tell you about that. I don't know if he's still making money moves, if he's in hiding, like, I don't know where on earth he is. But I feel like with the Illyrio stuff, I feel like he'll probably find out and then tell Dany, like, because I feel like he's gonna try it. But I don't even know what she could do, though. Like, or maybe just to, like, warn her to be like, if you want to keep your claim, blah, blah. But wouldn't he rather have young Griff on the throne, so maybe he won't? I don't know.
Well, let's move on.
Also, maybe this is like wishful thinking, but maybe they can rescue Tyrion on the way from Jorah.
On the way? We don't know where Jorah went.
Yeah, but he's going back to the Queen.
Right.
To deliver, so he's going to Westeros.
He's going, maybe he catches the same boat as one of them or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could be. Cool. All right. Let's move on to the Windblown, which is Quentin, which is Frog.
Everybody in these books has too many names, man.
Yeah. So they are like past Astapor at this time. We get kind of like a flashback to Astapor, and it was ugly. Like, it wasn't quite like it wasn't a battle because Astapor had no battle to put up, but it was basically a slaughter, but it was real ugly. And Quentin has never fought for real before, and he thought it was a battle enough for him. But now they're heading towards like actual battle, and he is scared. Yeah, and they call him
he's
Frog.
like, I just
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, like he just and like he's like a what's it called? Like a green knight, you know? Like he hasn't done anything yet. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody calls him Frog because he hopped so fast when the big man shouted a command because, you know, he's pretending to be Archibald's squire. It's Archibald that they call the big man, right? Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
And then the other guy is Garrus Drinkwater, and then that's it. That's only the three of them, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Because he also thinks about like people that have died, I think, previously.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. Yeah, and the leader of the Windblown is the Tattered Prince, who I think we have met or at least heard mention of before.
Have we met him?
I wonder if he met Dany when she was like passing through Yunkai or anything. Maybe we haven't met him, but we've definitely heard about him.
Yeah.
And he's the Tattered Prince because he was just a guy in Pentos living his life. Well, not a guy, but he was probably a noble of some kind. And then they made him prince. And if you remember correctly, in Pentos, the prince is great until they have a bad year of harvest and then they kill the prince. So this guy was like, fuck that. And just got on a horse and left all that behind.
Smart.
So now, and then he joined up like with a bunch of other sellswords and they formed the Windblown, and he's the only founder that's left alive still.
Scary.
Yeah. And so they're going, like, basically Quentin is going by Frog, and then Archibald is just called the big man. And Drinkwater is technically, like, they're saying that he's Dornish Gerald. Like, they're calling him Gerald. But then sometimes Archibald accidentally calls him Drink, so they call him that too, which I'm like, y'all are trying to keep your identity secret. You should not be slipping up on your pseudonyms. Like,
totally,
that is not cool.
Yeah.
And then Quentin is thinking about, like, so they hear all the, tales, that all the propaganda they have against Daenerys, like, she drinks the blood of children and is mad and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, but what if she actually is? Like, her dad totally was, so she can be. What am I supposed to do if that turns out to be the case? My dad didn't tell me, give me any instructions in that case. Which, like...
Oh my god. Fair worries.
Fair worries, but also, like, you don't need instructions for every type of situation. Like, use some critical thinking and come up with...
Yeah, but he's scared, man. Like, he's like, wait, I'm supposed to marry you, and you're, like, my... cousin? Yeah.
Well, I think, like... aunt by... marriage in some way, I think, right? No, it was... Hang on. Elia... Yeah, because Elia is Doran's sister. And this is Doran's son.
Oh, yeah.
So
and Dany's Elia's sister-in-law.
Yeah. And also, like... Targaryens and Martell's married at some point, so they probably have some, like, really... going back in the day lineage. But honestly, theirs is probably the least incestuous relationship, even if they do get married.
LOL. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And unless what's his face, Hisdar gets there first, obviously.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of talk about all the people that are around. And also how they had to, like, leave all their fine armor and gold and everything back in Volantis. And that's fine. Like, it makes sense, but, like, they have no resources now. Like,
Yeah, they have
like,
nothing.
Sew some coins into your shirt or something. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Okay.
I wanted a mention of like, we had to leave all our gold except the emergency cash we stuffed in our underwear or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're not necessarily the smartest of the bunch.
Yeah, I don't know. So they just left it, I guess for anybody can have it, or did they like put it in a bank? I don't know. This is not what I'm thinking about. But they don't have their nice fine armor because obviously they're undercover. So they got like assigned company armor, which is very ill-fitting and has been used and abused till it's basically falling apart.
Man.
And yeah. So there's a lot more of, now they're on the way from Astapor to Yunkai. It's 100 leagues. It's going to take days. It's so far. And then he's thinking about who all the Yunkish with them are. There's the main guy in charge, the Supreme Command, is the guy... Wait, what's his name? Yorkaz Zo Youngzak? I don't know. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but that's what it is. And he travels in a pelican so large that it requires 40 slaves to carry it, which definitely a good use of people and resources, but also a really, really efficient way to travel in times of war. Just, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god. Hurry! We gotta get out of here! The people are chasing us! Like, come on.
Yeah, and then he's got like a bunch of sub-commanders, one of whom is this guy called the Yellow Whale. He like always wears yellow and also can't control his bladder, so he always smells of piss.
Yeah.
And also he has a passion for grotesques, as in he collects people who have like unique physical characteristics.
Yeah.
That's so gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and
but
then
I'm
there's
also like, I hope Tyrion never comes into contact with this guy.
You think he would be a collector's item for him?
I think so. Yep.
Yikes. Yeah.
Yeah, because we've already seen the obsession, people. Like, I feel like it got like amped up here than it was in Westeros.
Right, like in Westeros, he was like a dwarf that everybody just hated, but here people are like, oh, it's good luck to rub your head or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, yeah. So there's that guy. Then there's like a girl general that like that's her
whole characteristic.
Yeah, like she's fit and cool and also really young. She's like 16 years old herself. And there's this guy called a little pigeon who
yeah, this is so wild.
Just also horrendous. Like, so he buys human beings from around the world for their height and then forces them to have sex together so that he can, quote unquote, breed these like really tall soldiers that he then puts on stilts. And it's mentioned that he's not quite a dwarf, but he might have passed for one in bad light. So I get like, so he's short, so he's got like a weird height obsession. Like, I don't know. This is like very character-y. Character-y, does that make sense? Like
caricature-y. Yeah.
Like they're all characters. Like I want I'm not gonna say it again because it's not being a word anymore. Like, George, can you not?
Yeah.
Imagine if you had saved all this energy and had actually put it into writing the 6th book. Just the main things we need. All these words for nonsense. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it just... Yeah.
So these soldiers on stilts, they also wear like feathers and like some kind of shiny scales and pink enameled scales, and they call them the herons after the birds.
Yeah.
Which, cool, great, love that. Yeah, and then there's also there's also just like the enslaved soldiers that the Yunkish have, who turned and ran the last time they had to face the Unsullied that Daenerys commanded. And so to prevent them from running, they have tied them together in groups of 10 so that they can't run away. And also can't fight. Like, what's the... Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, we're getting ready for a real fight. That wasn't a real fight. I thought that was a real fight. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. The guy who killed Cleon, you know, the very alive, very real Cleon, the original Cleon, killed him with a curved Valyrian auroch. That is, this is cool because even Quentin is like, yeah, there's a bunch of swords that are Valyrian steel, but there's only a handful of aurochs, which is really cool. And I like learning that these like Valyrian steel exists outside of Westeros. Like, it makes sense. Like, Valyria was in Essos and they had a lot of influence over here, but you know, you only ever hear the Westerosi bragging about their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then they're on their way and they're contemplating, like, we have to leave. Like, he's Quentin is concerned.
Sorry, it's just like this whole thing is so like you know how you said earlier that like if it came down to them versus the Golden Company eats down. But like, yeah, this whole, and then he like goes on to describe like so many other like whatever companies, whether they're like little ones or like big ones, and he's like, yeah, like even the main guy doesn't even like, they're just fighting all the time, like this is not working out, like,
yeah.
And I'm just like, this was so stressful to read because I just feel like the whole time I was like, oh my god,
yeah,
like
but
obviously
these
I don't
suck,
want,
so let them.
I know,
get the funnel.
but like, yeah, but like the part of my brain that just wanted it to be neat and like nice, I was like, you guys, this isn't gonna work. You're so disjointed. Like, this is a mess. Yeah. But then I also was like, I guess it's good that it's a mess because then you're not gonna be able to do shit, you know? But I just was like,
yeah,
it just was too much.
It's anxiety provoking, certainly. So, okay. Yeah. Quentin is concerned that Archibald, is his name actually Archibald? I just feel like every time I see Arch, I just call him Archibald.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, Arch, the big man, is getting too attached to the people in this company. He's like gambling away with them. He's gambling away the very little money he has. But he's getting attached, and Quentin is like, we gotta leave before he gets all up in his feelings about having to betray them. So he wants to leave, and they're kind of, him and Garrus are kind of discussing this when they get called by the Tattered Prince to his tent. So they go in, and he's looking around, and it's all people of Westerosi origins, like either like people who are from there like recently, like they were exiled or something, or people who at least have Westerosi blood, like their parents or ancestors were from Westeros. So basically it's a room full of what I think would be almost white people. I think the Dornish are mixed ethnicities, but like most of the rest of Westeros is unfortunately white. One of the people there is Pretty Maris, who's like this tall woman. Oh my God. And there's nothing pretty about her inside or out. So she's not very good looking, and she's pretty mean, sounds like. Yeah. So they get in there, and Garrus had just like convinced him to like not run away until they reach Yunkai. And so they're getting called, and it's like, okay, so all of you you're actually gonna go do exactly what you wanted to do, but under my command this time.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait. I'm not making any sense. So the Windblown have been like commissioned to round up all the people, all the refugees from Mastapor, and either kill them or kind of push them towards Marine so that they're Daenerys' problem. And it could be a real problem because half of them are sick. Like, they've got this bloody flux.
Yeah.
And even the ones who aren't sick are still, like, people she would have to feed. So they're just like, let's make this her problem and, you know, all of that. So the Tattered Prince is like, okay, you're going to be part of one of the parties going out to do this. And you can, you know, take these people to Marine or kill them. I don't care. They're not people. I don't care. Do what you want. But once you get north of Yunkai and in Marine territory, once you come across her forces, like one of her sellsword companies, go over to them, betray me. And he gives all these reasons why everybody there have reason to betray him, because he's like,
yeah,
you know, done shit to them that's not the greatest. And yeah, he's doing this because he wants to play the odds. Like, you know, he wants to make sure that regardless of who wins, he's on top. And
smart.
Yeah, very sellswordy of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking, remember that color? Like, I've already set out a bunch of my color highlight grievances. Here's one. In listing what wrongs he has done to people. He says, Sir Lucifer is still seething about that slave girl Kago took from him. And Sir Lucifer is like, he could have given her back. He had no cause to kill her. And Kago is like, she was ugly. That's cause enough. The Tattered Prince went on as if no one had spoken.
Yeah.
And I know this is problematic. Like, okay, there's problematic as in, like, George is being problematic. And then there's, like, problematic as in he's making these people problematic so we don't like them. But I don't like it either way. That's my answer. That's what I'm saying here.
Yeah. It really just takes you out of it. And then you're like, I'm trying to read this book. Let me live.
Yeah. Like, this scene would have lost nothing if that part wasn't there, you know? Like, tell us they're mean in any other ways. Like, we already kind of know. So,
yeah.
And, okay, so basically he's like, be on your way, be careful not to get caught too early, because if you get caught by our side deserting, I'm not going to save you. No one but the people in this room know that this is happening. So, have fun. And he dismisses them. And then Quentin's like, oh, well, now we're going to be surrounded by people who speak Westerosi, so we're not going to be able to whisper, which y'all should really have learned at least one other language.
Yeah, that too. And also, like, were you keeping, like
how careful were you to begin with? Yeah. Exactly.
Because, like, a lot of these people were already people that you had described as, like, oh, we were talking to this person, or, like, we've been around this person. And I'm like, were you being careful when that was happening, buddy? You know? Yeah.
So, yeah, they have gotten exactly what they wanted. They wanted a way to get to Daenerys, and here it is. Yeah. How do you think it's going to go?
Especially because they were also worried about, like, well, actually, I guess this problem doesn't really get solved, because he's not going to tell anyone that they're turncloaks on purpose, because, like, the Arch was kind of getting attached, and they were like, we knew we'd always have to leave, but we have to go do what we're actually here to do, blah, blah, blah. But, like, yeah, I guess this doesn't really solve it, because even though they have permission from the commander, it's not like the commander is going to tell the whole company, like, hey, guys, don't worry, they're not fake, you know?
Yeah. But at least they themselves know, and then that could... Yeah, okay, wait, my question is, how is it going to go? Them trying to...
Oh, sorry.
this
them
off.
trying to, like, this whole plan
Yes.
with Danny. I think it'll work, but the thing that I'm worried about is I feel like Danny's gonna be like, okay, if you are in fact loyal to me now, prove it. Like, kill one of your guys, or like do this. Like,
would she do that?
I don't
She
think
has
so.
refused
But
to kill people who are like about to kill her.
yeah, but like it'll be something that like they don't want to do. Like it'll be, but I guess in our guys' case, maybe they will want to do because this was their whole goal.
Yeah. So
but,
do
like,
you
for
think
the
they're
other
gonna like?
Westerosi-
But how long are they gonna keep it up once they do see Daenerys? Like, are they gonna be like, oh yeah, the Tatterpins sent us, we're just nobodies, or are they immediately gonna be like, no, we're here, let's get married, let's go?
Okay. I think it'll depend on how it goes. Like if she hates them and she lets them in, they gotta take some time to like
Build
you
up
know?
a reputation worth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like she's not gonna trust you. She's gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? You double crossed him and double crossed me? Like, I don't trust you, you know? But like I feel like but I also feel like with recent events, Dany's also getting jaded.
Right.
So I feel like it's gonna take them a while to get into her good graces.
Is she gonna be happy knowing that like there's this Dornish guy that's here and like Dorne wants to support her in coming back to Westeros and all of that?
Yeah, maybe. And then like yeah, because I feel like she also I feel like maybe she'll be like, hey, like you can prove your allegiance by like getting in touch or like something. Like maybe that could be part of what she gets them to do for her.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, by the way, we are now officially a third of the way through the book.
Really?
Yeah, like my my e-reader said 33%. So
that's wild,
yeah.
Dude. I feel like we've only read like a few chapters, you know?
Yeah, it's because we're like recording them sooner, so it doesn't feel as long and extended. Anyway, yeah, congratulations to us. Yay.
Yay.
All right.
Oh my
next
God.
time,
George, come on.
Next time we're reading two chapters of the ones he has actually published. Well, give me your hopes and predictions.
I want to see Bran, and I want to see Reek.
Okay, wow. How the turntables.
I think that's the first Reek request.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we're reading chapters 26 and 27, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 26 is called The Wayward Bride.
Who the fuck is this?
As usual, maybe try to give me like a location or...
Yeah. Okay, wait. Is this like in like maybe an Asha situation? But like, who is she? Why would she?
Yeah, okay. Asha situation.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, who are they trying to get her married? Because I'm just thinking like, who beyond the seas? It's not Danny.
Wait,
I don't think it's Danny.
Seas?
Who be, you know?
Oh, I guess wayward. That makes you think of seas. Okay. Yeah, I was like, that didn't have a C in there.
No, because wayward bride, right?
Yes.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I do not know maybe what this wayward means. You continue while I Google.
Okay. Yeah, because I think like.
Yeah. Okay. Wayward means difficult to control or predict behavior because of unusual or perverse behavior.
But isn't wayward also like
a ship term? Maybe it is.
Okay.
It could be. I don't know anything about ships. Remember when I think one of the first Theon chapters, they're talking about like a ship and they're calling her she, and I was like, who is she?
I forgot.
This wasn't even on my initial reading. This was like when we were talking about it.
That's so funny. Right, yeah. Because if we're going with like difficult to control, blah, 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 I feel like most of the girls forced to get married in this world. Like, so then I just have to think of who's getting married, but no one. So I just kind of instantly went to like, is this like navigation? Maybe it's double entendre. I don't know. Anyway, I think because we also don't know what Euron had planned for her. And like, I thought she was going to be back at like Deepwood Mod or something, like trying to get her plan going. But who knows? Maybe the reason we haven't seen her is because Euron has been like, you're going to marry me or you're going to marry this person or something.
Cool.
Which feels like a very Euron plan. I'm trying to think of who else it could be.
Well, let's talk about, tell me the next person, and then you can come back if you have any further thoughts.
Yes. Slay. What was the second name you said?
Oh, I didn't say it. Sorry. The second person is Tyrion. He's alive yet for the time being.
Okay. So we figure out, or you figure out where he's going. I think
a reunion with like, Cersei.
Rawr. Oh my god, brother sister moment. No, I feel like they're gonna like, I think they'll like okay, I think Jorah's gonna like try to steal him away on a ship in the night, you know, but then like maybe like Griffin them show up, or maybe like they get, what's it called, stopped by someone else. I just feel like they're not gonna end up back in Westeros, but I also don't think Tyrion's gonna be able to convince Jorah, because Jorah ain't got anything to live for anymore. Like, he knows Dany ain't gonna take him back. So maybe, I feel like maybe they get captured by people and like they're forced to like go fight or something.
Okay.
Because I just feel like there's so many fighting groups nearby, you know? Anyone, young Kai could have been like, hey bitches, come with me, you know?
Right. Okay, cool.
Anyway, I feel like, I just feel like they're both gonna be forced to like do shit.
Any other thoughts before we wrap it up?
No. What was the name of the chapter 26 again? What was it called?
The Wayward Bride.
Okay.
It's also, it's got a bunch of W's in it, so I don't know how to say those.
LOL. Okay, Wayward Bride. Slay.
All right. Well, then folks, you know what to do. Send us emails. Follow us on Instagram, and of course, join the Discord. And of course, as you may have heard, leave a review to enter a contest. All the details will be in the show notes, as well as a recording at some point in this, I think at the beginning of this episode. So refer to that. Let us know if you have questions. We're excited. And we're recording this 1 year in advance, so this is going to be fun.
Oh my god. Iconic.
All right. Until next time, farewell, my friends.
Talk to you later.